So this is a quick video I wanted to make just about using a dremel for grinding nibs. First of all, as you can see on the dremel, there's like separate speeds. I tend to always use it on the lowest speed or else it's really too much. I think that's a 5,000 RPM. That still is pretty fast, but it seems to work for me. So just as an example, I'll do a little bit of work. So mainly the first thing you want to watch out for when you're grinding is the fact that these drums don't really spin true, so there's a little bit of wobbling as you grind. So the main thing that I find is you have to use a really light hand and not press too hard, so you don't mess up any nib, because you're really trying to get a precise grind here. So let me do a little bit of work. I'll try and create a broad stub. Yeah, let's go. So as you can see, there's a little bit of wobbling right there. It's a little bit more apparent off camera, but it's definitely not spinning perfectly. So you just really have to find your spot. Alright, I don't want to go too far, and I usually like to stop along the way to check my work. Right now I'm just trying to take a bit of tipping material off the top. As you can see, I'm not really pressing down hard at all. I don't want it to catch on anything and then mess up the... Alright, so as you can see, it's flat on the top now. I'm not sure if I want to go much broader than this. I don't want to take too much tipping material off, and I'm not looking for an insanely broad nib. So yeah, as you can see, that's pretty good foundation for such quick work like this. So the next thing you want to do is do the sides. And now the other side. So as you can see, especially with using such a drum with a large diameter, there is a pretty large area where it can take off material. But yeah, just taking a little bit off the sides to try and create a bit more of a square 90-degree angles at the edges. Alright, now I'm going to take off some of the bottom and see where I'm at. Alright, as you can see, I've taken a bit off the bottom. Now I'm just going to take a bit off the top. I'm going to try and make this one look better, just for some practice, and see where I'm at from there. Alright, so after some tuning and shaping, gotten it to this. From the very front, hopefully you can see that. It should look very squared off, right there. Alright, so I've been working on this for about 15 minutes, smoothing it out on some micro mesh. And as you can see, the corners are squared off. But what I did was, here, let me dip it. on the edges of the nib, it's kind of rounded off like that a little bit, looking at it like this. So it's not just completely like that, like it is off the Dremel. So it provides you a little bit of forgiveness if you rotate it. But the side-to-side thinness is still there because I didn't really bother with the contact patch right here too much. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out for such a quick and relatively rough job. As you can see, aesthetically it's not perfect. There's a little bit of ink on there. But yeah, I like how it turned out. Hopefully this was a little bit helpful. And just showed how the Dremel, it does the bulk of removing the tipping material, but it's not the bulk of actually what provides the writing experience. So I just did mainly half and half work on the Dremel and on the micro mesh, and that usually works out well for me. But yeah, just be careful. I did it on the lowest speed of the Dremel, did it really slowly, carefully. And yeah, that's what works for me. I don't know if this is the way that the pros do it. I am by no means a professional. I don't have like the fancy foot operated stuff that starts at like 0 RPM. The lowest is 5,000 RPM, as I said. So yeah, just take your time if you're using something like this. It can really be a help. And yeah, thanks for watching.